Hi everybody, welcome to your Pilates for flexibility routine. So flexibility is so incredibly important for all ages and stages of life. The more flexibility you have, the easier it is to do everyday tasks, and the more mobility you have, the easier it is to do the things. So flexibility is something that you have to train, you have to keep on top of it, and if you don't train it, you lose it. So it's a good job you're here. We're going to train our flexibility in this little sequence. And this is also a really good sequence if you have any sport-specific hobbies as well. So if you're into running, if you're a keen cyclist, swimming, walking, if you do a lot of hiking, anything like that, this is a really, really good one that you could kind of tag onto the end of a workout or a run or a cycle or something like that. And notwithstanding that, it's actually a really good, well-rounded one to do just at any point in the day if you feel that you want to kind of stretch and lengthen out if you've maybe done a lot of sitting or a lot of driving or something like that. So I hope you enjoy it. We're going to start on our backs on the mat, so come to your mat if you're not already there. So we are starting in relaxation position. So you're just going to come down. Make sure you've got enough room here. So you're just going to come down and find that lovely neutral position of the spine, back of your head, back of the ribs, back of your pelvis, nice and heavy into the mat. Heels in line with your sit bones or parallel with the legs, and just let the arms rest down by the side of the body. So just let the shoulder blades get super heavy on the mat, and then the collarbones will just roll open towards the sky, and then you'll be in this lovely open position through your shoulders, which always feels nice. Draw your chin in line with your breastbone, so as you've got that lovely kind of neutral position of the neck. 2 hip bones here, nice and even. You can always check in there. And then just take these precious little moments to allow the body just to naturally lengthen and kind of relax down onto the mat. So really feel that the earth is supporting you here. You should just be able to completely let go and relax, and know that you are carried by earth underneath you. So again, this is just really a nice position. It's called relaxation position because you are meant to completely relax down in it. So taking those little moments, just maybe focus on your breath. Aim for a smooth breath in and a smooth breath out. Try and clear your mind to allow you to focus on your body, on your movements, on your breath. And then allow the ribs to start to gently expand. So on your next breath, think about drawing in and out into the rib cage. So you're expanding the ribs, and then exhale through the mouth, and then you're starting to center. So you're drawing the abs down, abs wrap front to back, side to side. And then from there, we're going to start with some lovely tucks and tilts of the pelvis. So as you exhale, flatten the back into the mat to lose your nice lumbar curve. And then you're just going to come back to neutral and then roll all the way towards the floor. So taking the pubic bone down towards the mat, back to neutral, and then just flattening the back. So you're just tilting the pelvis forwards, you're tilting the pelvis back, you're connecting to your abs, so it's your abdominals that are controlling this. Try and think of this as your little isolated move of the pelvis. So the pelvis is rolling around the head of the thigh bones here. You're stabilizing a little bit through your center. So the spine is nice and quiet. You're really just moving that pelvis, getting that flexibility into the low back. So really good one for your low back. Do this at any stage in a day if you feel like you just want to slacken off your lumbar spine. Lovely, 2 more there. Keeping that breath nice and smooth, focusing on your core, connecting, and then just releasing back to your neutral position. So 2 hip bones nice and level, just working the arms. So rib cage closure. As you exhale, float the arms up, release the shoulder blades to the mat, lengthen the arms overhead. As you lengthen the arms overhead, keep that rib cage knitting down to the pelvis, so no popping of the ribs up to the sky. Reach, reach, reach here. Really take your time. Imagine somebody's got your hands, your fingers, they're pulling you towards them. So you're lengthening through both sides of the body, reaching out of the shoulders, and then bring the arms one smooth motion up all the way back down. Exhale to move all the way overhead, reaching through those fingers. Take a breath here, and as you exhale, center, and then bring your arms all the way down, reaching through the fingers. Breath in to prepare, exhale. Reach in, breath in, and then exhale. So if you can, just find a little flow with this. Again, this is an isolated move of your shoulders. So you're just letting the arms float, keeping that spine here. You're centering, stabilizing the spine. So the spine's really quiet. You're supporting it to allow that freedom of movement in the arms and the shoulders. Last one here, breathing in. Exhale. Feels really nice. Reaching long. Good. And then all the way back down. From there, you're just going to widen the legs. So just take them kind of slightly wider than hip distance this time. And then as you take a breath in, center on your exhale, and you're just going to drop the legs, so 90-90 here, towards the floor. Control that with your center, so don't just let the legs collapse. Pelvis rotates here, which is absolutely fine. We're not doing hip rolls. You're going to press into the foot that's in contact with the mat and reach the top hip, the top knee away. So you're stretching out of your hip flexors here. So the leg that's in contact with the mat is just resting. You're pressing into your foot. Imagine your knee is reaching away. You're going to really stretch out of your hip. It's lovely. Stretch around the hip, stretch around the hip flexor. Shoulders stay on the mat. And then just release out of that center to bring your legs back. Breath in. And then as you exhale, again, control the legs. So center to allow the legs to lower with that control. Keep the shoulders released and relaxed on the mat. Same thing this side, pressing into the top leg. Reach the knee away. So you're really reaching out of that hip socket. Getting a stretch around that hip. Just relax out of it and then bring the legs back. One more each side. Allowing the legs to just move. Pressing into the foot. Reaching the knee. It feels so nice. Maybe a slight tuck of the tailbone so you're not in the low back. And then lengthen. Release, out of it. Come back to neutral. Take that little pause in between. Remember to breathe and exhale. And then other side, pressing into the foot. Reach the knee away. So you might notice that one side feels okay. Maybe one side feels a little bit more like it needs that stretch, which is absolutely fine. My left side definitely feels like it needs more of a stretch. And then back to center. Good. Bring the legs back to parallel, coming into spine curls from there. So as you exhale, make sure the heels are close into the bum, remember. So if they're too far away, you'll find it really hard to get into that kind of tuck of the tailbone and then that roll up. So should be within touching distance. As you exhale here, from your neutral, flatten that back into the mat. And then take your time. Wheel your spine up. Imagine there is literally a wheel on your spine. And it's rolling your spine up to tips of the shoulder blades. Stop at the top just to connect here. Again, you're reaching those knees away. The pelvis and the ribs are connected. Glutes and hamstrings are what are holding you in this position. You can lightly press into the backs of the arms. Take this moment to allow the knees to reach away. Press equally into both feet. So remember, base of that big toe. And then soften from your breastbone. Imagine that breastbone is just landing down on the mat and then release to neutral. And then once you've done one and you've thought your way through it, you can come into a little flow with it. Sit bones are kind of sliding towards the backs of the knees. Gauge your center to really lower the pelvis, releasing back to neutral. So, such a great one for spinal flexibility. I think this is like literally one of my favorite Pilates exercises. Remembering to release to neutral each time. So imagine your spine, the low back, the mid back, right to the tips of the shoulder blades, and you're trying to get as much movement into each part of that spine as you can. Notice if any parts do feel sticky. Slow down, take your time. See if you can get some movement into any parts that feel like they need it. Releasing down. And then back to neutral. Good. On this one, you're going to roll up. We're going to hold the position here. So pressing down into your left leg. Let's go with the right first. Really grind down through the base of that big toe. You're just going to extend one leg and bring it back. Make sure the hip bone stays level as you can. So really focus on the glutes. And then again, as you exhale, relax the upper body. Reach the opposite leg, just knee to knee. It's nothing more than that. Back to center. Back to your start position, sorry. So reaching, so you're just transitioning between the legs, keeping active through your back line. Reach through the toes. So again, you're reaching out of that hip. Exhale, draw those abdominals down to wrap, hug the spine. Good, good work. So you'll feel your glutes working. Just take your time with it. There is no rush. Much better to go slow and feel the connections through the body. That's why we're here. Than rush it and lose all the benefit. Last one, each side. And in. Keep the shoulders relaxed, jaw relaxed. And in. Good. And then just soften. Wheel that spine down. Feels really nice. Release to neutral. Good. From there, we're coming into roll up. So again, with roll up, you can keep the legs bent, depending on what level you're at. Or you can straighten the legs, connect the inner thighs, reach the arms all the way overhead. As you exhale, center. Bring the arms up first, set the shoulders on the back. Good. From there, chin to chest. Wheel through each part of your spine and then rolling forwards. Good. Draw those abs back and in and then all the way back down. So see if you can control. This is another brilliant one for your spinal flexibility and flexibility through the whole back line of your body. So really see if you can move with that intention, with that awareness of each part of your spine. Bring the arms over first, chin to chest, each part. Remember, you can have the legs bent, so if you're not quite at the stage where the legs can be straight, that's absolutely fine. Little soft bend. As you exhale, same thing, just chin to chest. You can run your hands up the thighs to give you a little hand. Just reach forward and then lengthen back down. So 2 more here. Reach beyond the toes. Keep the heart lifted, so don't go crashing down. Again, this is like one of my favorites, I think. Anything where I feel like I'm getting a good stretch. And then reaching here, crown of the head forward. Here, you're just going to restack the spine. So come to a nice tall seat. We're coming into spine twist here. So arms behind the head, release the head back into the hands. See if you can find your sit bones. So if you want, clear the flesh, find the sit bones, get right up on top of them. As you exhale, you're going to twist and do a little double pulse, other side. So connect the inner thighs, little squeeze, draw the belly button into the spine, release the head back into the hands, elbows nice and wide, other side. So move from the ribs. So obliques here, really good for flexibility as well. A little twist, good. Keep up on the sit bones. And in and scoop. Breathe out. Last set here. Keep tall through the crown of the head. So keep spiraling up. Don't let the spine sink. And back to the center. From there, into saw. So widen the legs, flex the ankles. You're going to bring your arms to a T position. I'm going to move out a bit. Again, keep up on the sit bones. You can take a little soft bend in the knees if that feels uncomfortable. You can sit on a book or a block, something to open your hips a little bit if you are tight in the hips. Absolutely fine as well. Flex the toes towards you, arms on a T. Rotate to one leg and then reach forward. So little pinky to little pinky. Opposite arm goes behind you. Back to T, other side. And up. Up. And other side. Up. Keep your shoulders down the back. Up. T. Cycle. Really move from those ribs. Takes a while to get used to saw. It's not a favourite of mine, but it's such a good one for building that flexibility. So a little bit of a necessary evil. And up. Good. Back to centre. Bring the legs together. Oh, I'm going to take a little reverse tabletop here. So bring the legs together. Bring the hands behind you. And then just puff your chest. So lift here. If you can, fingers facing forward. Again, if that feels uncomfortable, take the hands to where it feels nice for you. So fingers out to the side or fingers facing away from you is fine. But important thing is lift the chest here. We're just going to open up, reverse tabletop. So as you exhale, scoop that belly in towards the spine. Lift the heart to the sky. Engage your back line. So glutes, hamstrings, and press into the hands. Open the shoulders, and you're just opening the body here. Keep the ribs drawing down. There we go, nice and open. And then just come on out of it, flexing at your hips here just to bring yourself back down. Keep the shoulders open as you exhale. One more. Scoop the belly. Press. So press down to your heels. Connect your glutes, connect the hamstrings, connect the inner thighs, and open here. Good. 3, 2, 1. And then just pop your bum down on the mat. Well done. Good. It's a strong one. And also, if it's too much with the legs, I should say, straight, then fold the knees in, soles of the feet to the mat, and just take a little press up that way to where you can open out. Should have said that, sorry, a little modification. All right, we're going to take a little side stretch. I'm going to face you here. Bring one leg to fold in and take your other leg kind of just out in line with your hip here. We're going to take a little side stretch. So I like to run my hand down the side of my leg. So lengthen up. You've got to be really down on your sit bones here. So again, make sure that you're connected to the mat, and then just take a wee side stretch into that leg. Try and keep this knee down. And if you run your hand to the inside seam, it can feel quite nice. Now, this is not about getting far. It's not about getting to the foot, the ankle, or anything like that. If you are here and you're getting enough of a stretch and you've got everything else connected, so much more valuable and important than trying to get all the way to the toes. I mean, this is about the end of the range for me. I'm actually not that flexible, but this feels nice for me, and I can feel my sit bones on the mat. I'm connected through the center here, and I'm reaching out of my waist, which is nice. Good. I'm just going to restack here. I'm going to take a little stretch, a little twist here. So bring that leg long, the leg that was folded in. Cross this one over. You're going to take a little hug of the knee here, and then bring the opposite hand behind you, and you're just going to twist round. As you twist round, lengthen up. So again, it's not about getting round really far. It's about just keeping connected to the sit bones, lengthening up, finding that space in the spine, giving yourself a nice little twist. So lift the heart to the sky. Keep the shoulders, the jaw relaxed. And then just releasing off there. It's a nice sort of wringing out of the spine motion. It's really nice. Right, where are we? Here we go. Tuck one leg in, other side. So again, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to run our hand down the inside edge of the leg. So lift up, sit bones down, and then just taking that nice stretch. So you can keep the knee down, so watch for the knee lifting. And remember, just come to where feels really nice for you. You just get that nice sense of connection plus stretch. Draw the shoulder away from your ear. Watch for turning in. So you really want to kind of keep sort of square here, reaching up and over. Keeping that head with the spine. And then just bring yourself, restack your spine all the way up. Same thing with our little twist here. So this leg folded in, comes straight. You're going to take a little crossover here with the knee, give it a little hug here. So this is a nice position that you can use to lift the heart and lengthen the spine. Opposite arm behind you, and then you're just taking a little twist. And as you twist, you're spiraling up through the crown of the head. So again, it's not big. Just a nice little kind of wringing out, brilliant for your flexibility. Anything twisty is so good for the spine. And you've got a little scoop in the belly going on to protect you. And then you're just going to de-rotate and come on out of that. Beautiful. We're going to come to 4-point kneeling. So bring yourself into 4-point, knees under your hips, wrists under your shoulders, lifting the heart. So I guess we should know how to do this now. Lift the heart from the mat. So no sinking in the shoulder blades, nice and engaged. Sit bones are nice and wide here. So your abdominals are drawing up to protect your low back, and you are in neutral. Just coming in to little thread the needle. So as you exhale, palm up to face you, any hand, soften the elbow of the supporting arm and just thread through. Keep those hips level. So watch you don't start to drag the hips. This is a rotation, upper mid back. Reach through those fingers, belly button draws in. Press all the way back up. And then hand back. You can run the hand on the mat, that's absolutely fine. So again, from your start position, exhale. Take a little stretch, watch for the hips drawing through. So keep the hips stacked over the knees. and then pressing back up. One more each side. Square off each time, just come back and find all your neutral positions, and then go again. Exhale, reach in, and then back up, and then other side, reaching, and then back up. Open the knees, press your bum back to your heels, take a quick little child's pose, little rest position there, forehead down on the mat, breathing into the ribs, and then walking the hands all the way back in. Good work. From there, we're going to come into runner's lunge. So one leg forward, and you're going to frame the inside of the foot. So both hands down, and then if you can, untuck the back toes, and you're going to lift to straighten the back leg. So press into the heel, draw your heart forward. So you're not rounded, you're drawing the heart forward. If that feels a little bit too much, bring the back knee down and just come into a normal lunge where you tuck the tailbone underneath you and you open the hip and you reach up. You can bring the arms into it if you want to feel a little bit more. If you want to do the more advanced version, then runner's lunge, send the heart forward, press back into the heel and extend through the heart to feel that real stretch out of this. This is a brilliant one for runners. It's called runner's lunge. And if you want to take a little twist, then you can take a little twist. So the inside hand comes up and you rotate towards the bent leg. And you can also, if you want to open the shoulder, catch onto the back hip and then rotate round. So head looking up towards the sky. Keep pressing back into that heels. Keep drawing in the belly button in towards the spine. It's a really lovely one. And then come out of it, arm up, forward, back leg down, untuck the back toes. We're going to stretch the hamstring. So bring your bum back towards your heels, plug this leg in, drop your chin to your chest, and then flex the toes towards your face, and then sort of fold at your hips so you feel the back of the leg stretch. See if you can open the back of the knee, just gently. Breathe into it if it feels tight. Exhale. Let it go, let it go. So send the breath to any parts that do feel tight. And then we'll take that on the other side. So just switching the position of the legs. One leg forward. You're either going to come into your lunge, tucking your tailbone and reaching your heart to the sky, or you're going to bring your hands to frame the inside of the foot, untuck the back toes. Make sure the knee is behind the toes, or it should be behind the sort of second and third toe. Press back into the heel, send the heart forward, and then lengthen here. Take a little moment, let that hip open. It just feels so nice. Breathe it out. And then if you're taking your twist, easy twist, just opening, and then you can hook the hand to open the shoulder, and then you're going to rotate. Watch for the knee. So the knee should stay in. The foot really shouldn't be rolling out. And then you can take your head and your neck to the sky as well. Keep pressing back into that heel. And then to come out of it, hand up, forward, down, knee down, untuck the back toes. And then we're coming to open the back of the leg. So draw the leg back, draw it in to the hip socket, hands down, legs parallel, chin to chest to help with the stretch. And then just take a wee stretch, a wee bend forward, opening through the back of that leg. Again, if you do a lot of sports or running, hamstrings, my hamstrings are always tight, so this feels really kind of nice but intense, shall we say. So good, focus on your breath, send the breath and relax the muscle as you exhale. Good work, you're doing great. And then releasing off there, beautiful work. We're going to come to lie on our side for side lying. So we're going to do front and back. So underneath arm is long. You're going to bring one leg up in front of you, and you're going to take the top leg in line with your hip. Flex the toes towards you, rest the head down, lift the underneath waist, find neutral, tuck the ribs into the waistband, top arm in front for support. As you exhale, kick forward, sit bones wide, point, draw the leg behind. So kick forward, keep that leg at hip height, exhale, draw the leg behind. Really use that center to support the spine. Keep that lift in the underneath waist. And then breathe. See if you can get the leg behind you without disconnecting the ribs from the pelvis. Kick forward, brilliant one for flexibility. Doesn't matter where you kick forward to. Try and keep the tailbone lengthening away. So try not to take the tailbone underneath as you kick forward. Keep sending it long. Last one. And don't swing the leg. So it's nice and controlled. Back to hip height, coming into circles. 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to switch opposite side. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work. Good. Draw the legs together. Press yourself up gently. Hook on. Lift up. Take a little side stretch here. Great work. Breathing here. And then lifting back up. Coming to the other side. So just scooting right. Lengthen down. Find your nice neutral leg up. Lift the underneath waist. Straighten out of that foot. Flex the toe. As you exhale, kick forward. Point. Draw the leg behind. Connect to your breath. So the legs staying at hip height. Move with that control. So try not to swing the leg. Really control it. Opening out of your hip here as the leg comes back, and then stretching the back as the leg comes forward. Draw that leg. Last one, and then we're going to come in to our circle. So bringing the leg back to hip height, forwards, behind, down and round. 2. Last one, and then switching up, forward. Draw that line across the hip socket. And then down. Beautiful. Bringing that leg in. Press yourself up. Little mermaid on this side. So hooking on, arm up, reaching up and over. Such a nice stretch. I love this one as well. So good. We're firing through this. We're nearly there. And this lifting up. You're going to come to lie on your belly here. A little bit of prone work. So come to lie. In your neutral position, you're going to bring the hands to the side of the body, lengthen the legs. The legs are just going to be hip distance or slightly wider than hip distance. Relax the shoulders down the back. You're going to rest your forehead down on the mat. And then as you exhale, center pubic bone down, lift the abs to protect the low back. Head, neck, upper mid back extends. Lift the arms, take them forward, and then breaststroke. See if you can get that little bit of extra lift as the arms draw back. So lengthen down, breath in. So this is called breaststroke. Center first, head, neck, upper mid back. Just float them up, lift the arms, reach forward, and then like a breaststroke, bring yourself into that little lift as the arms come back. Relax the shoulders down the back. We've got 3 more. Breath in, exhale, lift, head, neck, upper mid back. Raise the arms forward, and then down. Keep connecting to that center. Lift, reach, and up and down. Little swim. Last one here. Exhale, lift, lift, and then down. Good work. Relax down here. Coming in to do a little single leg kick. So you're going to come onto the forearms here and extend your heart forward. So the forearms are down. Imagine you're drawing your heart between your 2 arms here. You're going to keep the connection to the front. So the ribs are drawing down. Watch the ribs haven't split. So you've come into this back bend. You're just still connected to that front line. You're just going to bring one, flex the knee, do a little kick, kick, and then lengthen the leg out. Another side, kick, kick, and then lift and lengthen the leg out. So kick, kick, lift out, kick, kick, lift out, kick, kick, lift out, kick, kick. So stay connected. Keep lifted through the front of the body. Lengthen the leg. Kick, kick, lift and lengthen. One more each side. Kick, kick, lengthen out. Use the glutes to lift as you lengthen. Good. Down. Rest the forehead on the hand. I forget what I was going to say there. We're coming to do a quad stretch. I thought we were finished on the mat, but on the front, but we're not. So grab the foot, grab the ankle, outside edge. Keep your head down. And just draw the ankle in towards the bum. So you're getting a nice quad stretch here. Open the shoulder if you can. So you can roll the shoulder back. If you want more, kick the foot into the hand to open the shoulder. You see my shoulder rotating open there, but try and keep your hip bones in contact with the mat here. So little stretch, you should be centering always, and then releasing down. Let the leg go, other side. So you're just grabbing the outside edge of the foot. As you exhale, you either just hold it here and you're drawing that heel in towards your bum. You're keeping the hip closed so the leg stays parallel. Watch for it kind of slipping out to the knee out to the side. You want to keep the leg nice and parallel. And then as you exhale, if you want to kind of take it a little bit further, open the shoulder, then you can kick the foot into the hand, open the shoulder, and then press down into the forearm, but just a little bit of centering going on here. And then you can kind of take a little stretch through your quad that way and through the shoulder as well, which is quite nice. And then releasing all the way down, let the leg go, nice and controlled. Good. From there, just framing the body, bum back to your heels, take your child's pose or rest position here, head down. Again, really sink the bum to the heels, reach the arms forward, you get a nice stretch down your back here. Good work, guys. We're so nearly there. Walking the hands all the way back in. You're going to come onto your back here. So we're just going to finish with a little blast of single leg stretch and some crisscross and maybe double leg stretch. We'll see how we get on. Good. So from this position here, you're going to stack the knees. One leg, opposite leg, moving from that strong center, hands behind the thighs, draw the thighs together, chin to chest, curling up into your little chest lift position, draw the right leg in, left leg away, and switch. Breathe it out. Nice and dynamic, so draw one leg in, pop the other leg away, move from that strong center. We've got this. Strong finish. 3, 2, 1. Good. Stay curled up, keep the legs together, double leg stretch. Legs forward, arms behind, circle and in. And in. You can take the head down if it's too much with the head up. Just work to your level. And round. Keep that scoop, keep that curl up if you can. Strong in that body. Last 2. Last 3, last 1, sorry, good. All right, last little bit of work. Keep curled up. I'm getting too excited now. Keep the legs where they are. Hands behind the head into crisscross. Opposite arm, opposite shoulder, opposite hip. Slow it down. Don't rush it. You're so nearly there. Such a strong finish. 3, 2, we've got this. Last one. So good. Head down. Hug those knees in. Release your low back to the mat. Take a little roll from side to side. Whew, we made it. Brilliant work, guys. So good. Wonderful. So hopefully maybe you find those last little core set of exercises maybe a little bit easier because we've done a lot of kind of stretching before we got there, so you can have a play around with that, see how you feel when you do it a couple of other times. One ankle in for our little stretch, over the knee, draw that leg in again, a really nice one, just to kind of release off around the back, the hips. Breath in, remember to send your breath to the parts that feel tight and really encourage them to soften and just relax. And then bringing that foot down. I think figure 4 is like one of my daily stretches. You know, if I have sort of 5 minutes or whatever, I always kind of do a little figure 4 and a little spine curl. Just keep the hips mobile. Good. So just relax down. Keep those shoulders released, relaxed. Keep the tailbone lengthening away. Releasing down there. Good. And then from there, just fold one leg in, send the other leg long, straighten it and bend. So you're just bending the leg in and straightening it up. bend it in, straighten up, and then keep it straight, press out through the heel, press the hamstring into the hand, and then release off, hug that knee in, give the ankle a little circle, both directions. Great job. And then other side. So just draw the leg in, send the opposite leg away, straighten the leg, give it a bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend. You don't have to straighten it, just take it to where it feels nice. Keep it straight. You can have a little soft bend. You're going to press the hamstring back into the hand. Flex your ankle, so kick out through your heel. So you'll feel your hamstring activate. Exhale. Hug that knee in. Circle the ankle. Both legs in. Bring yourself up to sitting, and you are done. I hope you enjoyed that. I definitely hope you feel like more kind of stretched, and I hope you take that feeling into your day. I will see you back on your mat soon. Well done, guys.